We begin our tour with a view of the bank, the capital of the state. The Central African Republic gained independence from France in 1960. Neighbors: Sudan, South Sudan, Congo, Chad, Cameroon. The Central African Republic is one of the most sparsely populated countries in Africa. Due to its remoteness from the oceans and inaccessibility, this territory remained a blank spot on European maps until the 19th century. The form of government in the Central African Republic: Presidential Republic. The UN plane lands at the Mpoko Bank Airport, where a tent camp for the homeless is located. The hospital is in the bank. Gold mining in the mines. One of the most pressing problems for residents of the Central African Republic is drinking water. There is very little of it here and not everyone has access to it. And this is how the local barber looks like. But on such boats, locals move to the other side of the river. It's the only way to get across the river. Well, if you are a higher class and live in the capital and you have more money, then you can use a taxi like this. Well, the most common type of transport is two-wheeled. I think the next frame will not surprise you, since the roads in the Central African Republic are not much different from Russian roads. Nobody really takes road signs seriously, so the most necessary ones are also reinforced with barbed wire. Another ongoing problem in the country is the difficulty of obtaining medical care. Hospitals are not everywhere and they still need to be reached. But on the streets they sell gin in plastic bags under the slogan "Drink and Dance." And there is also a sign, like Hollywood. Working days of local markets. Shish kebab is respected in Africa. And sometimes they also cook such a dish, stewed caterpillars with onions and pepper. Local watermelons. Local money. By the way, there is $1 per day for a resident of the country. I think there is also such a person in your city who is absolutely not embarrassed that it's plus 37 on the street. The ability to work of emergency services sometimes leads to such consequences. In 10 minutes, the fire destroyed almost half of the village. A group of local rebels who are torturing their own for stealing a gun. An interesting detail in culture is a special way of linking firewood to a cart. There is still no money for a car and gasoline, and you need to ship a lot. It turns out such a banana. This design is convenient to roll, holding one end, which is what all the villagers are doing, taking firewood to the market. One of the central squares of the capital. One of the central streets is a bus stop, a monument to the President of the Republic. They all threw each other off the throne in their time. Street sculpture Dove of Peace. Sellers of minutes for mobile phones are sitting everywhere. Another dictator has thrown off the president, so the country is restless. There are no tourists at all. It would be easy to assume that the poorest country in the world was unlucky with the initial data, but the Central African Republic has significant natural resources. Deposits of diamonds, uranium, gold, oil, forest and hydropower resources. The basis of the economy of the Central African Republic. This is agriculture and logging. 55% of GDP, cotton, coffee, tobacco, yam, rice, corn, bananas are cultivated. Industry only provides 20% of GDP for the extraction of gold, diamonds, sawmills, breweries, shoe workshops. 80% of the population of the Central African Republic are Christians, more than half of them Protestants. Many of the Muslims, who numbered about 750,000 people in the Central African Republic before the start of the interfaith conflict in March of the 2013 year, that is, 15% left for the neighboring states of Chat and Cameroon.